Kaka. I'm the founder of In Crypto. I'm a cryptocurrency trader, blockchain consultant, and I'm one of the Okex partners in Nigeria. I've been using Okex since 2018. My experience of using Okex has been fantastic. The platform is safe and secure for traders. The user interface is really clean. There were so many challenges that I was having with other exchanges that are not found in Okex. Okex is one of those platforms where you can trade with peace of mind. Take, for example, the trading volume. Okex trading volume is really legit. Their listing criteria must be really good because you won't find those shit coins, that are just out there to scam you. I would recommend Okex to other people because of the security of the exchange. Okex is one of those exchanges that has never been hacked.
Yeah, good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another episode of Okex Talks, brought to you by Okex Cryptocurrency Exchange, Okex Africa, live on CoinSextra TV. My name is Lee Jamoni. I'll be anchoring the show tonight. And you know how it always been done on the show. Very interesting program. Okex Talks, the program that will educate you, enlighten you, have some discussions around blockchain, cryptocurrency, how you can leverage it to creating wealth and innovation. So today we have an amazing talk all about Web3. So a lot of discussions around Web3, blockchain. So today you're going to be able to understand what Web3 is all about and what are some ways you can leverage Web3. What's our common thing between Web3 and blockchain? Some people may be asking is Web3 and blockchain is blockchain Web3. All those questions and more are going to be answered on this particular edition. So I have two guests joining us to discuss this topic who are knowledgeable about this particular topic and also the blockchain crypto ecosystem. So first on the list, my number one guest here is Victor Yemi. Victor Yemi is founder of Solidar's Blockchain and also Dev auditor and SO. Victor, you are welcome to the show.
Yeah, good evening, everybody, and it's a pleasure to once again connect with the noble community, and I believe that this is the way to go, and this is how best we can drive inclusion across the world, and most especially in Africa and Nigeria. Uh, um, this is what we need, and I'll use opportunities to meet that is. A Nigerian startup, an upcoming startup, and we have been existing for over 3 years now globally. And we believe that seeing the vision for today, we believe that we're going to add more value to the adoption that is spreading in Nigeria.
Yes, thank you very much, Victor Yemi. It's our pleasure having you on the show. We have the second guest joining us to discuss about this interesting topic. Joining us also is Ayodechi Israel Awosika, who is founder of Trade Pitch. Ayo, can you hear me?
Hey, hello. Yes, I can hear you. Good evening, everyone. Happy to be on the call this night. My name is Abuchuka Ibelayodiji. I'm the
Oh,
founder.
I don't think he can hear us. Ayo, can you hear us? Check your mic.
Yes, actually, I can. It's correct. No, sorry. Is it bad?
Okay, you are welcome while we wait for him to sort out the mic issues. Remember, you can follow KS Africa across social media, most especially Twitter and Telegram at OKS Africa. And you can also, are you with us now?
Yes, yes, apology. I think it was just some mic issues. It's better now.
Yeah, it's better. So you're welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you very much, and nice. Thanks for having me on the show. The name is Awushika Israel DJ. I'm the founder of Web3 Bridge. Web3 Bridge is a platform designed to help train blockchain developers in Nigeria and across Africa. And we've been doing this since 2019, and we are committing to give the best to the ecosystem. And we're happy to be here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. You're welcome. We also you can follow OKS like I was saying on OKS Africa. Follow them on Twitter and Telegram at OKS Africa to know more about OKS. And also do well to follow Coin News Extra TV. Check us out across all our social media handles at CNETV1. Just check us out to be able to follow us and stay updated about everything that's happening in blockchain and crypto fintech ecosystem. Right about now, we'll go for a short break. When we return, we'll be able to delve into the discussion proper. We'll be right back.
Studio Kaka. I'm the founder of In Crypto. I'm a cryptocurrency trader, blockchain consultant, and I'm one of the OKX partners in Nigeria. I've been using OKX since 2018. My experience of using OKX has been fantastic. The platform is safe and secure for traders. The user interface is really clean. There were so many challenges that I was having with other exchanges that are not found in OKX. OKX is one of those platforms where you can trade with peace of mind. Take for example the trading volume. OKX trading volume is really legit. Their listing criteria must be really good because you won't find those shit coins, that are just out there to scam you. I would recommend OKX to other people because of the security of the exchange. OKX is one of those exchanges that has never been hacked.
Yeah, welcome back to the show. It's still okay Stars live on CNE TV, your number one blockchain, cryptocurrency and fintech TV, 247 live broadcasting. So we are talking about all about Web3 today, which is an interesting topic for our audience. You know how we do it on the show. We have a segment where we'll be able to take questions from you guys. And so if you have questions for our audience or anything about the this particular topic, please do well to drop it on the comment section. When we get to that segment, we'll be able to be picking our questions from you guys. So my questions, let's look at, let's talk about briefly about the evolution of the web entirely. Let's see how have people been progressing in the evolution of the web. How would you describe the evolution of the web? Let me start with you, with Victor. How would you describe the evolution of the web?
Yes, the web has been for quite some time, yes, over, say, precisely over 10 years from now. And the evolution has been gradually, it has been a slow space, over the period of time. Though there have been challenges, and even when it started in the United States, basically, for internal communications before IBM and Microsoft began to play on it. Most people thought the web is just like normal boot whatsoever. But people who saw the future begin to build on it. People like Amazon, they saw the future. People like Google, Larry Page and co, they saw the future. People like Yahoo, they saw the future and they begin to build. Until when we get to that first stage of evolution in terms of the internet, when we now move into the second stage, which is the application stage, where if you notice most applications now, before you log into them, you have to either log in, use Facebook, Google, or to get access to them. well, as things begins to evolve in the year like in the year 2008, where the financial system begins to have, went down, a new evolution came in. What best can we know to decentralize what we look at, a kind of a centralized system of the internet? Their new applications begin to develop. People like Satoshi Nakamoto begin to think, what best can we add value to the World Wide Web? Then that was the beginning of evolution of Web 2. That is transiting from people who pioneering the Web 2 era, which is um, Amazon, which is to build. We are now looking at entering at this era. We are entering into Web3. What does Web3 talk about? It talks about bringing ownership, bringing decentralization of how the web is going to play, and this is being done on a blockchain, an immutable ledger where it is transparent, it is user friendly. That's what actually the evolution from Web 1 to Web 3. Right now, we are talking about the execution stage where you and I have access to our own private data, have access to financial freedom, have access to interaction with the global world. That's what we are migrating to Web 3. That's why those in the evolution of Web 2, which you talk about Facebook, Amazon, you can see them, they're even metaphorizing, them are transforming into the future where we believe that most things will be powered in. We're talking about metaverse and the rest. So you can see the evolution drive from where it started way back over 10 years and what we are looking at. Another new stage where we're talking about decentralization. So that's where we are looking at the evolution, and it has come of age, and it is spreading globally. So what I believe is that it is the now. Don't look at this in the future. Web 3 is the now, because we entered into the real application stage where this trend of Web 3 is going to play a major role in the development of any economy.
Okay, that's very nice. We've seen that we've been able to progress from Web 1.0, Web 2.0, and Web 3.0 that we are currently at now, which Victor is describing as application stage. Let me hear from you, Awosika. Would you say the evolution of the web has been moving fast? You see, from web transiting from Web 1 to now that we are 3. How would you rate the rate of the pace of it?
Okay, so I think if you're talking globally, web has actually moved quite quickly. I think from Web 1 to Web 2 was a little bit slow, but Web 2 to Web 3 caught up very fast. But then, talking as an African, I think we will say that it's been a little bit slow because it was a tug of war moving from Web 1 to Web 2. A number of us didn't have very good access to the internet. When we did have access to the internet, we were not moving at the Web 2 pace. Like, so a number of us grew up more during the Web 2 phase. But then we didn't get the update because of the kind of phones that we had. A number of us started with the Symbian phone, the Java phone, and like the how would I say now, the UI UX for those was not so like very good. But then the phase has been rapidly growing. Like the whole web, even Web 1, Web 2, and Web 3 has been growing. The adoption is a bit slow, but then I can see that the rate of the movement has been rapid. Let's say rapid. Let's say we can't say slow, we can't say too fast. Depending on what you're looking at it from, but it has been a good one. At least the movement has been good.
Yeah, interesting. Let's now that we've been able to see some of the evolution of the web, the entire web. Now we are at Web 3.0, which is making wave. Let me see. Let me hear first from you, Awosika. How would you define or explain Web 3?
Okay, so I think the easiest way to define Web3 is to call it a decentralized web, where users own their data. So to define Web3, I think it's best to like buttress Web2, just like my friend here have said. So Web2, one of the good parts of Web2 is that Web2 became interactive. Like everyone could interact, everyone could like post data, everyone could extract their data. But then there was a problem. There was a privacy problem. Like users do not own their data. Like there was a privacy problem. But then Web3 came to like solve this privacy problem. Like, okay, so if I didn't own my data in Web2, Web3 gives me access to like own my data. Like I cannot be banned from.
Ayodeji, hello?
Hello?
Ayodeji, I find it a bit difficult to hear you. Your audio is not that clear. It's like it's echoing. I don't know. Maybe you can look
Is it
at that.
is it better
Your
now?
audio is echoing a bit.
That's like
Okay, let me hear from you, Victor. How would you describe or explain Web3?
Okay. Now, definition of Web3 is an application stage where information, freedom of information resides on the user. So what I'm trying to, what we're truly trying to say is that it's trying to bring us to an application, an economy whereby you as an individual, you're going to have access to your data. Informations will be transmitted in a distributed. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear
Yes,
me?
please go ahead. I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear
Information will
you.
be effect. Okay, let me go ahead. What we are trying to say that in this generation, in this particular stage, that means the Web3 itself is a third generation in the internet. That is a third generation of the internet where websites, apps will be able to process information and make this information, we call them smart humans, through technology like machine learning, like big data, like decentralized ledger. These informations will be easily processed by the user. So we have information and usability to the user. Unlike before, where the terms of Web2 and active control in terms of centralization. If you are not registered with Google, you are not registered with Yahoo, you are not registered with centralized big organizations, you applications cannot be able to easily connect effectively. Now, when we move into Web3, connectivity of applications is very smooth. Ability to access in a decentralized way becomes easier for the user. Now, how do that this Web3 is going to play a major role? If you look at the drive around the world right now of information from Web2 to Web3, now, what does this one implies is that we all humans tending to move into a visual environment. And that visualization is the third generation that we're going to pioneer economy. So when we are in Africa, we shouldn't be begin to look at it is the future. Please, it is the now. So my definition of Web3 is an application economy. So it's not that it is being controlled by a certain body. It is a decentralized internet service where data resides on the user.
Yeah, that's a very
That's my
nice.
definition of Web3.
That-
Trying to
yeah,
bring
that's
it
a very nice.
locally to our understanding, so that as because I believe majority of our audience here resides more in Nigeria or in Africa per se, where key focus are being played into. Where that's why I really appreciate are championing courses in Nigeria, which is I believe that Web3 Bridge coming up they are going to play more pioneering role, because for example now I can remember in the news where people complaining that Web3 was deactivated, things like that in Web3 they tend not to move because it is being played and controlled by their decentralized autonomous organization. So that's where things are going to play in terms of governance in Web3.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much, Mr. Victor. Let's look at, let me hear from you, Awosika. When we talk about Web3, it looks confusing and a lot of people don't know how to associate it and also to differentiate it with a blockchain. How would you play this, Awosika? How would you play this when you talk about Web3? What are the things involved? Is it only blockchain or is it not part of blockchain?
Okay, so I think that, okay, from my own view, I think that Web3 and blockchain are actually the same thing. So it's just like, I believe it's just a play of words. So blockchain came, and all of a sudden we started hearing Web3, 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 Web3. All the applications that run on Web3 are still running on blockchain. That's, if I'm too correct. Then, so I believe that they are just like a play of word, like just like Mr. Victor mentioned now, Web3 is an upgrade from Web2, whereby, like let's say the applications that we add on Web2 now have the mind of their own. They can store their own data, they can control by themselves, and the old Web3 stuff will come up with a lot of words, metaverse, NFT, but all of this combined still runs on the blockchain. So I want to believe that there is no difference between the blockchain and the Web3. It's just like a lingua thing, a play of words. That's what I would say.
Yeah, interesting. Do you have anything to add to that, Mr. Victor, on that? Before we proceed to the next question.
Just look at the scenario where we are talking about omnipresence. So in Web3, we are going to experience a little bit of an omnipresence event where communications globally, you can be in everywhere at the same time. If you ever visit a metaverse, though in Nigeria, we're still having young guys coming up with African concentric metaverse. But when we look at globally, people things like Sandbox, for example, I'm taking for example from metaverse, and you could see that you can be in a universe transmitting and providing information at the same time, and it is seamless. For example, again, if you see today is Saturday, the normal global economy that is controlled by stock exchange, and they are asleep. But in the Web3, it's a 24 hours. What does that tell you? It is continuous. So you need to understand the fundamental that we are not saying something that is not real, though it is futuristic and it is conceptual, but it's happening now. So as Africa or Nigeria, we should have laxity, most especially the younger generation, those are early adopters. You understand? Like us who have a tree and coming back to Nigeria with some knowledge, we believe that we have major role to share within the upcoming guide, and this knowledge has to be pioneered at a faster rate. If we will be left behind, we want to call intellectual colonization. It's coming. Whether we Web3 will play that role. So if you have not upskilling or being aware, don't be surprised. You'll be cut off. It's as simple as anything.
Okay,
Medical,
thank you very
in
much.
the laboratory, in the medical
Thank you,
field, in
Mr.
the engineering
Victor.
field. Sorry, okay, go
Can
ahead.
you hear me?
I can hear you. Go
Okay,
ahead.
sorry. Yeah, I just got notification from my producer. I will go for a short break. When we return, we'll continue with the conversation. Just stay with us. We'll be right back.
CNETV, the first and leading 24/7 live broadcasting blockchain, cryptocurrency, and fintech TV application. On our mobile app, you have access to our latest news updates ranging from esports, fintech, iGaming, blockchain, cryptocurrency, and artificial intelligence. We bring to you interviews, analyses, cryptocurrencies, market reviews, and live events. Download our app today from your iOS or Google Play Store or on our website at cnetv.io. CNETV, objectivity is our watchword.
My name is Toju Kaka. I'm the founder of In Crypto. I'm a cryptocurrency trader, blockchain consultant, and I'm one of the Okex partners in Nigeria. I've been using Okex since 2018. My experience of using Okex has been fantastic. The platform is safe and secure for traders. The user interface is really clean. There were so many challenges that I was having with other exchanges that are not found in Okex. Okex is one of those platforms where you can trade with peace of mind. Take for example the trading volume. Okex trading volume is really legit. Their listing criteria must be really good because you won't find those shit coins, that are just out there to scam you. I would recommend Okex to other people because of the security of the exchange. Okex is one of those exchanges that has never been hacked.
Now, welcome back to the show. It's still OKS Talks are brought to you by OKS Cryptocurrency Exchange live on CNU TV, Coinbase Extra TV. So today we're talking about all about Web3 and with amazing guests who have been shedding light on this particular topic, and it has really been an interesting conversation so far. They have been able to explain different and everything about Web3. So look, let's continue with the discussion this way. Looking at how things are, we talked about the evolution of the web from Web 1, Web 2 to now Web 3. So when you are transiting to each of these stages, there should be challenges. So what are some of the identifiable challenges faced while transiting to Web 3? Challenges that can be faced when transiting to Web 3. Let me have from you, I will see that.
So, thank you very much. I think one of the major problems we had transitioning is like the knowledge problem. So, a number of persons were new to this space, and it was a whole lot of learning curve. Say, so someone like me came into this space in 2017, and a whole lot. You have to like, then you score like in Web3. There are informations are like dropping like a rain. Like before you finish this one, so recently, okay, so I think starting from the era of ICO, you move, IDO, blah blah blah. Then you have NFT. Before we exited NFT, metaverse came, blah blah came. So the knowledge gap you need to like meet up to was too much. That's one. Number two also is I think one of the mistakes we didn't really make with the Web3 space was the Nigerian or African factor. Now, what makes Web2 very, very delayed for us to adopt was that information is not circulated on time, but thank God for the internet, we got it very, very fast. So it was not really a problem for us like getting then. The factors of internet, like the cost of internet you consume being online. So like it's more a mini joke. there was now a mini joke. Somebody was supposed to attend a training program. Somebody was supposed program now. Someone was supposed to attend a training program, and after the person like consumed about 200 megabytes of data, then he stopped attending the training because I was like, damn, I'm going to be spending all of my data for this training. So like the cost of internet and the cost of electricity, like one of the major problems in Nigeria, I don't know if it's happened like in Lagos, for example, is electricity problem. So like the cost of staying online to like learn a whole lot to meet up. So those are the problems I think that most people are getting. Then adoption is a bit too low because like it's even better now that the UI UX of these applications are now becoming user friendly. Back 2 years ago, like the applications that people use are not friendly. Now, lately, we are having blockchains that are making things like a little bit relaxed. Before now, Ethereum gas fee is like on the roof, like it's crazy. So these are some of the problems that people get by coming into the Web3 space.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for that wonderful contribution. Maybe let's look at we see what how are you making contribution to the ecosystem. Let me start with you, Victor Yemi. I know you are the founder of Sumida Blockchain, and you have a lot of contributions you're making. So, what are some of the ways you're making contributions in this Web3 ecosystem? You can add that if you have any other thing to add to the challenges facing anyone trying to transit from Web2 to Web3.
Okay, thank you for that question.
Did you get my question? Okay. Please go
Thank you
ahead.
very much for the question. Okay, one of our biggest challenge in Nigeria is infrastructure. Number one. Number two is manpower. Number three is the willingness to accept change. These are the three things. Infrastructure, like my fellow guy, my fellow blockchain colleague just said just now, infrastructure, cost of infrastructure is increasing every day. Data, electricity, government regulations, so many things are increasing everything. Infrastructure, manpower, people who are knowledgeable in this or are early adopters are few. I've said it several times. But one thing I've seen in this later change, most especially in the last 2021 to 2022, after my review statistics within a week, I discovered that there's a little bit of shift. The younger generations are beginning to catch up. The younger generation are beginning to know that this is the way forward. There's a gap in terms of skill set. Inexperienced guys, the big boys out there are ready to pounce in and take it over. Now, the next order is willing to change. There's a gap between the older generations and the younger generations. And the younger generations are doing everything to pioneer the system. Now, lest I forget to add, finance is one of our challenges. Young startups in Nigeria, most especially the blockchain ecosystem, who are developing applications. Funding a big challenge to them because in order to maintain all these things I've just said, you require resources and funds. And the economy within Nigeria is not favorable compared to fintech. Fintech has grown. So once you're in the fintech sector, you already get the big boys coming in. I look at it a partial colonization because our local businesses are a little bit sleeping. Before you know, our major players are beginning to take off. Pestack is out, for example. Other ones are beginning to take off. Coming down to the blockchain technology, like Sumida's coming up, like Web3 Beach coming up, Convexity coming up. They guys are, and other ones we have like South Africa. I can make a few that I can know are doing their best. But I believe that the next level to harmonize collaboration along the ecosystem is what I call people like you to build what they call an index fund, an index system whereby you can capture this upcoming economy and begin to promote and advocate what they are doing. So when investors are coming in or local visitors are coming in, they'll be able to pinpoint, okay, this is coming in, this has been in the ecosystem, this has been in the ecosystem. So how can we support their growth and initiative? So it's not funny coming out as well as talking about government regulation. You see the team fighting the technology, one thing and the other. It's truncating the knowledge and it's giving more strength to the international guys. So I believe that I'm really appreciating
Mr.
like
Victor,
hmm?
yeah, Mr. Victor, just 1 minute because of our time. Sorry.
Okay. I should summarize 1 minute.
Yes, in 1 minute.
Okay, what to summarize 1 minute is that one of the biggest challenges we have is infrastructure, finance, manpower, and acceptability of this new technology. All what I've been saying is just expand each and every one of it. But this four factor is what we believe that if it's well nurtured, Nigeria is going to do very well.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me hear from you, Awosika. What are some of the opportunities in Web3? Let me hear from you from the business aspect of it. Why you say that you can chip in how you are making contribution in the Web3 ecosystem or blockchain ecosystem, just in 2 minutes.
All right, thank you very much. So, talking about how we make impact in the blockchain space, in the Web3 space, 2019 October, we decided to start what become Web3 Bridge today. Because so backstory is I was working with a number of projects before then, and we discovered that there was a shortage of blockchain developers in the space, even till now. Projects kept looking for Solidity developers, front-end developers, and back and forth. Then we have a number of persons in Nigeria who could benefit from becoming developers. So a number of them could like move forward because of the financial empowerment that blockchain offers. Secondly, because the more developers we build in Africa, the more it becomes easy for us as Africans to build projects. So we started this and we decided I was going to be training developers, and we've been doing that. We train blockchain developers in Africa since 2019, and we decided to do it all free because we believe that if we say, okay, we want to charge for these programs, average persons cannot afford it. So we do it all free. We do so then. Fast forward 2021, we decided to have an on-site and online program. So we have an on-site facility in Lagos, and we have online students across Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, Uganda, Kenya, South Africa. And we decided, okay, so this program is going to be free for 4 months. And at the end of the 4 months, we have been able to like successfully network and help these guys secure their full-time jobs, where they contribute codes to the program, and in return, a number of them are now financially sustainable. They are now able to like help their family, contribute more to the society. That's one of the impacts we make. And when we say free means that free, if you are coming on site, free accommodation, free internet, free electricity, free feeding for the whole 16 weeks. If you are not, if for those that are online, the whole program is entirely free for them. That's how we make impact. Then opportunities in the space, opportunities that a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, please go ahead. I can hear you.
Yes, please. A lot of opportunities in the space. Like so, for those that could not become developers, there are opportunities for becoming community managers, brand builders, marketers, content writers. A number of people that are working for DAOs, UI UX designers. Like, so think about it. Like, the space is lucrative enough for everyone to come in and actually earn. I know quite a number of persons who are still in university and are making their thousands in US dollars working in the blockchain space. Some of them do content, some of them contribute.
Thank you, Mr. Awosika. Sorry, I have to cut you short here because of our time. Let me get back to you, Mr. Victor. What are some of the career opportunities in Web3? Just briefly, in 2 minutes.
Okay, career opportunity is one. developer, um, content creators, um, audit analysis, like I'm an auditor in the blockchain space. They call enthusiasts, which we said about community builders. Then also there were educators, people who have the ability to build educational materials and train them. I might commend what you guys are doing over there and training and building people. For us, we have coming over years, and we have three basic areas that we are covering, which is marketplace, the trade wallet, and also the studio. Like what we are doing right now is as the application and creativity is moving towards Web3, and most especially with the NFT system building. So the studio is where for now it's going to drive, because what we are focusing on is how can we capture local, especially in the arts industry, and make them see positive that they can own their right using the web infrastructure to showcase their thing. So if you go to the studio, you can see some of the things that we are doing. Like we released our first Nigerian artist song on NFT, so people can sell their music directly and get back to, and also ability to monetize some of their infrastructure. So there's a lot of opportunities. Moreover, there's also some challenges. Also, challenges is you need to up your skill. You need to unlearn and relearn. That was the challenges that you're going to expect. But when you unlearn and want to learn, you're going to gain. And it is spreading wide. So yeah, and such skill, medical sector, looking at people with such skills to build applications with them, in the aviation industry, name it across. But what we believe that in 2022 we're going to focus more on educating and training, so that there will be sustainability
Thank,
in the
thank you,
ecosystem.
thank you, thank you very much, Mr. Victor, and thank you, everyone. Right about now, we're going to be looking at some of the questions. I see that I'm being notified that some questions are coming up from the audience, so we'll be able to give them opportunity to ask questions to you, guys, so that we'll be able to, because we are here to educate them. So let's see what they have, some of the questions they have. So I'll be able to go for a very quick break so that I'll be able to get those questions. We will return now. I'll be looking at questions from the audience. So our audience, if you have questions, please do now to drop them, because after this short break, I'm going to be. Yeah, welcome back to the show. It's still OKS Talk Show. Brought to you by OKS Cryptocurrency live on CNT the first and leading 24/7 live broadcasting TV for blockchain, crypto, and fintech ecosystem. Today we'll be talking about all about Web3, and we had an interesting conversation around this particular topic from our amazing guests who have been doing justice to some of the questions. So just remaining, let's look at the questions from our audience right about now, because I want to see what they are saying. Let me take some of these questions. This one from Joe Chuku, great. I believe Web3 is same with blockchain. This one is just a comment. Mr. Victor, do you think Nigerian projects can migrate to Web3? Can you take that question? Mr. Victor is asking, do you think Nigerian projects can migrate to Web3?
Yes, Nigeria project can migrate to Web3. That's what we are doing. As a developer, experience with over 6 years, I believe that it is the time to move most of the application period. But because of our slow pace of infrastructure within Nigeria, it will be a little bit slow. But certainly it is, and that's where the way to go. Most especially those who are um, um, let me say those who are in the financial sector. Let me just go down to it. Those who are financial, those who are offering loans, those are always credit facility, those are all what we call ASUS, that means contribution sector. Those applications will tend to move to Web3 because that is where decentralization will play a long way. Because permission, less governance, and usability, user want are migrating. So if your application does not meet those kind of certain trend, definitely it's going to slow down. Like if you look at Sumida's marketplace now, and what we are trying to do in the version 2 is bringing Web3 into place, whereby accessibility and ability to play, though it's an upcoming project, and at least as trend begins to move from Web2, but we are beginning to Web3. So when you see, for example, see a project, a product, you like it, you connect, and you do your accessibility. Everything is seamless. If you notice in the news, payment platforms like PayPal, MoneyGram, they are migrating because that is now, that is the future. So if our regulators and our governments to say, you look at them, but those guys are moving, that means there's something wrong. So for Nigeria, we should begin to think Web3 and we begin to build applications that will interact with such technology. Because you'll be surprised after building and investing in technology, when usability comes into play, it becomes obsolete, waste of resources. So
Okay,
now we
thank
begin to
you very
plan,
much,
we begin
Mr.
to
Victor.
train, we begin to invest.
Okay, thank you very much. There are also other
Hello?
questions here. This one is from Tarin John. I want to know what Web3 Beach is all about. Also, how do you intend to help Africans with this project? Maybe you can answer that in 1 minute. That was take that.
Okay, so
Just
very to summarize, we three bridges are all out to train developers, and we train two categories of developers: the ones people that don't have any idea in development at all, who are new to coding, and people who are already have idea and want to come into the blockchain space. So we train these two categories for 16 weeks, and we train them for free. And because this skill is actually very uh, required in the space. Like so, last quarter we had about eight of the guys after the quarter they got their jobs and they have accumulated about $19,000 per month. 8 of them, just 8 persons. So putting that together, like let's say we're able to move to 100 persons, and each of them do this. Apart from just making money for themselves, they're going to be supporting their family. Like I've had guys say, yeah, I was able to support my family, support my sister, support this person. So our goal is to actually create financial independence. How do we do it? Train developers who are able to become self-sustainable where they make their money. Thank you very much.
thank you very much for that. Another question here is from Isiaku Abubakar. He's asking, what are the best Web3 projects we should watch out for? So anybody can answer that.
Okay, so if I'm going here,
Web
okay. So Mr. Victor, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
What did you say?
I think Mr. Victor
Hello.
wants to have the. Yes, go ahead,
Okay,
Mr. Victor.
Mr. Victor, go ahead.
Okay. For Web3 projects, what we are looking at, Africa centric. So I will streamline my answers to Nigeria, which is core focus market right now. Web3 projects we are going to be looking out for is we are looking out for what Web3 Bridge is doing, what Sumidax is doing, what Africa is doing, what Conversity they are doing. These are people who are championing things. What box that is a blockchain Nigeria user group are doing, what eWorld Africans are doing, what Uche is doing right now. These are projects you begin to look at. For me, Nigeria comes first. Yes, I know. Most people complain. You are always Nigeria first. I say yes. This is my home. This is where I belong to. Though my experience has taken me around the globe, I've been to major. We begin to look at market because if we don't capture our own market before looking out there, the big boys are coming in to capture it. And I told you, economical polarization is fast approaching. So if we don't do something, we will be watched looking at. That's why I believe that Senate News, what they are doing, is something to watch out for because I know communications and information medias. I'm also moving to Web3. So connectivity into their newsroom and everything, it's going to be Web3. What Sumidax is doing in the marketplace and also in the studio, what we are building, we are moving to we are of the future of Web3. What Web3 is doing, training manpower, educational resources, is they're moving to Web3. So because those people are what going to sustain what we are doing and also what's going to champion the next generation coming into it. Because any child that is giving birth today is not going to look at the time where we
Thank,
came in.
thank you,
You
thank you,
understand? It's
Mr.
not
Victor.
going to be there. Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry for that. There are other
No, no
questions
problem.
here. David Bankole, just this is a comment. How long have you been using OKS? So if you have questions about OKS, do well to follow OKS on their social media at OKS Africa. Just check on Twitter and Telegram so you can ask more questions. Kenneth John is asking, do you think our trade will last long, or are we expecting any other one? Let's hear from you, Ayodeji.
Okay, so evolution, technology is actually evolving, but with the way with Web3 is now, I can see that Web3 is going to be like the base layer for a number of innovations that we try. Artificial intelligence, robotics, like a number of these things will have to rely more on Web3. So I think we can only wait and see what the future holds. But for now, Web3 is here, and Web3 is here to stay. Thank you.
Again, if I may add something, I saw two questions. One talked about how long have you been using OKS, and also the other person talked about, do you think Web3 is going to last longer, or what are we expecting? Evolution, mass evolution, like what you just said, just to add to it, mass evolution. But for now, it is already here. What we need to do as users or as players is to bring the people to understand that right now Web3 is here. Because like in the last talking about the in-era system, the in-era is going to metaphorize into a mutability stuff. I mean, interoperable applications become a programmable money. So whether we like it or not, the in-era will come into place, and those effects are going to work on Web3. So know it whether we like it or not. Web3, we talk about the visual world where artificial intelligence we're going to play. Now, how in terms of OKES, yes, it's not asking how long have you been using OKEX. Is actually expecting question is how many what benefits, I mean how OKEX is helping or uh, uh, putting its footprint on Africa projects. Because when you go to OKEX and you scroll down, forget the fact that entry level into OKEX is high. Like for like Sumidas has an XTX, which is like a reward utility, which pioneered some of the ecosystem, and time not apply it to OKES, even meeting the matches, but it's not. I'm just talking about bringing it. You have other African projects, very limited. So my thing is, since OKES is here in Nigeria, global base, their main focus is how can they help doing something good with the media distribution. But what will drive growth in Africa is how can they participate
Sorry,
in terms
okay, sorry.
of
Mr. Victor, because of our time, we have some more questions that I don't think will be taken because of our time. We have barely 4 minutes to go. I have this one from Crypto Love. It's just maybe I'll look for other ones here. I will answer them at once. This on Crypto Love regarding our financial lack in starting business. Is this the responsibility of government or private companies to help finance them? That is asking. Let me see if there's another one. The Apostle Comedy. How can I get started? This is amazing. So these are some of the questions here.
yes, for
From
sorry, let me help you. Let me help out. For starting a business, the private sector is what
just 2
drives the
minutes so
economy.
that you can conclude. Just in 2 minutes you
Okay.
can summarize. You have 2 minutes to go.
Okay. The private sector, like me, my other fellow Web3 bridge is doing, we are drivers of the economy. The government is just supporting. And what OKES should start doing right now is identifying those they can capture, though they can bring it up. By that, there is a future light begin to see. So if they begin to have things like what other players are beginning to do, is to provide what they call grants, provide what they call incubators. So people with people with the evolving structures can ride on this infrastructure and scale. Because if OKX in Nigeria and they don't have a Nigerian project, local content, if you look at the oil industry, I did have a large experience in the oil industry. So I know what they're talking about, how the Nigerian, that's where the government begins to come and play. That's why you see now in the oil and gas industry, where even blockchain is going
Sorry,
to play. It's right.
sorry,
So if to
Mr.
answer to
Victor.
that thing, sure, go ahead.
Our time, Mr. Victor, our time is up. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you for joining us. Also for our audience, thank you very much for joining us on this interesting discussion. In seconds, in 30 seconds, I would like to get your closing remark, Mr. Victor. Just in 30 seconds, please.
Closing remark is that let's keep learning, let's keep building, let's keep supporting African projects, let's keep getting ourselves involved with them, know them, reach out to Uche. Uche is working to maybe create an index so that when person comes, do you know this project? Do you know this project? How they are? Uche can easily recommend to them for training and development. Yes, these guys are doing fantastic well, but at first more that we need to
Thank you very much. Let me hear from you, your Deji Israel.
grow in Nigeria. We
Your
want. We need
closing
to change the
remark.
narrative.
Sorry,
All right.
I was.
Thank you very
In
much. So,
30
no problem.
seconds.
So, the whole Web3 space still has a lot of noise in it. If you want to follow the old noise, you will not get any message at all. So, filter your noise and get your result. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate you guys for
Thank you very much.
bringing
I
our time.
appreciate for the time.
So this program it comes your way every Saturday, 8 p.m. West African time. So our audience will be coming your way again next week, same time, same station. For now, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.
You're welcome.
Studio Kaka. I'm the founder of In Crypto. I'm a cryptocurrency trader, blockchain consultant, and I'm one of the OKX partners in Nigeria. I've been using OKX since 2018. My experience of using Okex has been fantastic. The platform is safe and secure for traders. The user interface is really clean. There were so many challenges that I was having with other exchanges that are not found in Okex. Okex is one of those platforms where you can trade with peace of mind. Take for example the trading volume. Okex trading volume is really legit. Their listing criteria must be really good because you won't find those shit coins, that are just out there to scam you. I would recommend Okex to other people because of the security of the exchange. Okex is one of those exchanges that has never been hacked.